You listen.
Media. Listen. You are now listening to
Media listen.
All right, that is the background song I wanted. I took a chance with that one. Man, so it was actually kind of breezy today, or at least I felt it was in the morning.
Yeah, it was.
I think the weather is starting to pick up again. Any birthday shout outs you want to say?
Oh, my dad just had a birthday.
Really? When was his birthday?
Yeah, the 5th. This
That
past
was-
weekend.
That man is a Libra.
Yes, he is. He's 59.
Really?
Yeah.
He's actually young.
Yeah, he's pretty young.
He's a young guy. My friend's birthday, and it was, oh wait, no, I already said his birthday last week. My other friend had a birthday yesterday. So Los, if you decide to watch this episode, happy belated birthday. I didn't tell you happy birthday the day of. Not necessarily because I forgot, but because I am just so busy right now. If you see me posting on social media, it's because I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying that you're not important, but it's just during the time, I guess.
We literally have a birthday calendar because we forgot.
You have a birthday.
Yeah, Mark made a birthday calendar. I'm sure he showed it to you.
He's never showed it to me.
It's really cute.
Can you show it to me?
Yes,
Can you show it to us?
I can.
Oh, really? Oh, awesome.
Like right now?
If you want, yeah. If you have time. I mean, do you have to move something? Okay.
I do have to go to the hallway.
So for those of you who don't know, I got Crystal in the building. She's Mark's wife. Mark's been with us plenty of time. Well, not plenty of times. He was with me once talking about anxiety and depression, mental health, and
Can you see
everybody
it?
liked them. Is that? Wait, hold on. Oh, I see it. Wow, he has like little tallies.
They're little clothespins,
Oh,
and it has the names.
my man.
But he like made it.
Am I in there somewhere?
No, when's your birthday? You see, this is why we have it.
Wow. Okay, my birthday's actually this Thursday.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
This Thursday, we had to put it up there. Yeah, we that's what we do every time we find someone's birthday.
That's
Well,
awesome.
we don't really have we don't have Facebook or anything, so that's usually the things that like reminds you when you have birthday.
Oh, that's you guys don't. You have
It's just-
Instagram though. Well, that's how.
Mark has one now because of his family. That's what they use mostly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He needs to request your
Family
boy.
has to go.
Oh, okay. But yeah, welcome, Crystal. I
Well,
know you
happy
don't-
early birthday because I will forget.
Exactly. See? And yeah, like I'm telling you, if we didn't have Facebook, we probably wouldn't remember anything. Oh, like you said, you don't have Facebook,
Mm-mm.
but that's how I remember most of my birthdays is through Facebook. But I knew my friend had a birthday yesterday. Like I said, I was just so busy with everything going on. But yeah, happy.
Once we made that birthday calendar, it's funny how you can visually see like most of our friends' birthdays fall like in the winter time.
I saw that you had a lot of little
Yeah.
little pins on
Like,
like
during,
one
like-
month.
Like May, like after April, during
Uh-huh.
the summer, we have like just a few.
That's funny. Oh, we got Victor, I'm sorry, not Victor. I'm sorry, Popeye. I called him Victor because of his brother. I'm sorry. Popeye was watching this episode. Thank you so much for watching. But yeah, the holidays are just swinging by now.
Ugh.
Once Halloween is over, it's just gonna run by. Next thing you know, it's gonna be 2025, and that's scary.
Everything falls on the end of all three of our kids. Well, two of our kids, our birthdays. our birthdays are coming up too.
Oh wow, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Your two oldest boys are gonna have a birthday.
So I got Mark's is at the end of the month, and then mine's is the beginning of November.
Uh-huh.
And then we have Ava's in November. We have Thanksgiving.
When's Mark's birthday?
At 27th.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so that is in the end of the month.
Yeah, and then so we have a Thanksgiving baby. We have a right before Christmas baby.
Uh-huh.
And then Eric's in February. He's right before.
From what I heard, I'm sorry, I'm looking over here because I saw a little shadow. There he is. I saw my little Josiah just popping his little head, like, what are you doing? But yeah.
Oh, you cut off.
Cut off?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I cut off.
Okay, there it is.
Crap, I forgot where I was going with that. I got distracted by the little one. Nah, but as you guys could tell, this title of the episode is called Misdiagnosed, which I'm not saying Crystal is like a big time he needs water, that's why he's
Squirrel.
Squirrel is like a little squirrel, really. She's not like necessarily like a professional or like in that field.
No, not necessarily at all.
But can you tell me what you've been misdiagnosed with?
So I wasn't diagnosed at all until my early to mid 20s.
With what?
So I started working at an ADHD clinic for kids when I was in college. And once I was working there for a while, I was like, I have that problem, and I struggle with that. Like, I didn't know much about it before then. So once I started working there is kind of where I was like, okay, a lot of this is something I can relate to. And before then, I had struggled a lot with depression and anxiety. I had always kind of struggled through school with just my attention span or impulsivity and things like that, but I never thought to think ADHD or anything like that. So it wasn't actually until I started working there that I was like diagnosed with it. So
and was a doctor that you said you were working for a doctor?
Mm-hmm.
Was he the one that diagnosed you?
Yeah, once I kind of like caught on to like where I was like explaining to them the similarities that I had, then they had me kind of like do the assessments there. So I worked with psychologists and psychiatrists and therapists, and so they have like a series of tests that they run that you take, and yeah, that's got diagnosed there. I actually started seeing my nutritionist there too. That's how I kind of figured out my triggers. I also have absence seizures.
Oh, that's right.
So which are often triggered by food allergies. So that had a lot to do with it too. It was just a lot of things that I didn't, and I had had my seizures since I was 15 and never could figure out why I was having them.
So are you able to tell me the difference between, I know there's different types of seizures. Are you able to tell me the difference between them?
I don't know the exact words.
Yeah. So
my absence seizures they're like, I think like Mal something seizures. They're small seizures. So the seizure itself is pretty quickly. It goes by pretty quickly. I won't know where I am. My motor skills kind of deplete. I won't be able to talk, or like my hands will cramp, or like I'll kind of like space out for a minute. And then usually after that, it takes me a minute to come back or like remember or be able to talk or move, and I kind of cramp up. I don't think I have any, like I don't have convulsive seizures. Yeah,
like whenever you're
anything,
like,
Mark will be able to tell you better.
Yeah,
because I'm not aware, but I don't like I don't think I like fall or anything like that. It's just mostly just like I kind of space out, and then I get really bad migraines afterwards, and it just takes a minute for me to start talking or moving again. It's hard for me to, like, my hands will get cramped and that kind of thing.
Have you ever had one while driving?
Yes.
I think that's the most scariest thing. Like, how
Well,
would you
because
handle
they're
that?
not convulsive,
Uh-huh.
I just continue doing what I'm doing. So I'll just keep driving.
You just keep driving?
I'll just keep driving.
And you're not scared
Or-
that you're just gonna like, I
Oh
guess,
yeah, I'm terrified.
pass out?
Yeah, but I've had them so long that I can kind of tell when they're coming.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, so most of the time they're from food allergies. So
Uh-huh.
certain foods I stay away from. And then a lot of the time they're from just overstimulation. So like
Yeah.
if I'm in a place that's like
Crowded or something.
super like lots of lights, or I'm like doing a lot, or it might do that. It's usually like at the end of the day after a long day.
Okay.
But yeah, there's been times where I was just driving and then I'd snap out of it and be like, where the heck am I?
Wow. You wouldn't pull over and just be like, look, you know what, I'm gonna just have it here.
Oh, now, yeah. Now I'm more aware, but there have been times like before I knew what I was even having that I would do that.
Okay. And you said there's certain foods that caused it. Is it the same for everybody that has the same thing, or is it just you in particular?
I mean, everyone's different, whether it's any type of mental health or any type of nutrition. So when I was at the clinic, I tried to like I was always trying to eat well and things like that, especially because we had nutritionists. So I was like making like smoothies and like trying to eat vegetables and fruits, and I was always having migraines all the time, and I was missing a lot of work. So the owner, she was like, you should talk to our nutritionist, who's amazing. Her name's Mira Desi. She actually wrote a book on it. So she did an elimination diet with me. So I took out sugar, alcohol, carbs, like just any processed foods, dairy, out of my diet for 60 days. Yeah. And then I slowly started putting them in. And then I would kind of like notice what was setting off. I would keep a log of what I ate when I get my migraines or when I have a seizure. And the funny part is that there's a lot of healthy things that I'm allergic to.
Really?
So like bananas, blueberries, raspberries. I can't have white flour, milk.
Oh no.
So I was trying to be healthy, and I was making these shakes every day with milk and bananas and berries, trying to be healthy. And it was just a cocktail for me to have migraines. I was doing the total opposite.
And that was causing you migraines?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I became super scared, super terrified of going to the grocery store. I'm almost positive this is what caused my anxiety. What?
No, Mark just walked by and totally tripped over something.
So, my first traumatic experience was whenever I was with, I decided to, finally, because I was super terrified of taking my son. My son was like my oldest son. He was like about 2 or 3 years old. And I decided to go to the grocery store with just me and him. And I was always so terrified because, I have to be constantly keeping my eye on him. Mm-hmm. I don't know, with the world we live in, I guess it's just scary. But I decided to go to the grocery store with him, and this worker that was stocking, like, I guess some sodas, he started having a seizure like right in front of me, and it was like the one where you're
convulsing.
Yeah, convulsing. So he's shaking, and I'm terrified. That traumatized me because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to help him. Yeah. And I was with my son. I didn't want to leave him by himself. So I decided to, just let somebody else take care of him, because, there was people around us. And so they all swarmed in and try to, help him out. But it traumatized me because I'm like, whoa, I hope he's okay. I hope he, and eventually my thoughts started going to like, I hope he's okay. And it started evolving more towards like, what if that happens to me? Mm-hmm. And that's when, I don't know why, but ever since then, I would always think to myself, like, what if that happens to me with my son? Or what if that happens to me when I'm by myself, or I don't know, I don't have anybody to help me out. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, I grow this really like bad fear, like horrible fear, just like something happening to me when I'm by myself or when I'm with my
Mhm.
kids. And next thing you know, I'm developed like really horrible, like anxiety disorder. Next thing you know, I have a panic attack at HEB for the first time ever, 2017. I still remember the year. Had a horrible panic attack at an HEB. Thought I was dying. Heart felt like it was gonna come out of my chest, and I always thought to myself, like, I'm just dying here. Like, this is
Yeah,
it. Like,
anxiety attacks are not fun.
yeah, they're not fun at all. Luckily, I haven't had some in a while, and I want to go ahead and tell everybody right here, because I've been real quiet about it, but I did start taking my meds finally. I did start taking
Yay.
Lexapro, which yeah, I mean, it's not really like, it's not as bad as I thought it was, and yeah, I did go through like little side effects, but they weren't like too bad.
Mhm.
Like my first side effect was I was extremely sleepy like the
Mhm.
first day I took them, and it
Yeah.
was really like scary for me, because I constantly have to be awake, and I'm just like, bro, I could literally like fall asleep right
Well,
now.
I'm pretty sure you're in your mind. You were already just paying attention to every little thing. Of
Yeah.
what
Oh yeah,
could
you're right.
happen.
Yeah, you're right.
So you're like, oh my god, I'm sleepy. I'm a
What
little
is
bit more
this?
tired now.
But it didn't develop into anxiety or panic or anything like that. It was just like, bro, I am sleepy.
Mhm.
Like I could just
Yeah,
like
we have
knock out.
medication for anxiety, and we have like the half dose too, because
Uh-huh.
like if I can't take the full. If I'm out doing something trying to be productive, I can't take
Oh, okay.
like a full dose.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually I'm taking half a dose right now, but I want to take the full one eventually,
Mhm.
because I feel like I could be better. And right
Well,
now,
like ours is different. We take a different one than you, so it
okay.
just depends on the actual medication.
Is yours a narcotic?
Yes, I believe the controlled substance. You mean?
Yeah. Well, they call it
No,
narcotic. I'm sorry.
The anxiety one isn't.
Okay.
We take Klonopin, but it can be like the more you take it, the more you need it. So that's why we have like the full, like a milligram, and then we have a half milligram. So we just take it as needed. It's not. I do have ones that I used to take daily. That are like more mild, and you can take them every day. Hi, Berlin.
Belen's in the building like always. What was I going to ask you? Oh, so what are some side effects that you found with that one?
Definitely the drowsiness. I feel like, I think when you, like my doctor, so I've been on this medication journey for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's taken a while for me to figure out what worked. So I've taken probably like maybe 3 or 4 other kinds of medications, like in the beginning. And it was always either the drowsiness, it was the like, I would get zombied out. Like I would feel spaced out.
Okay. So I'm not the only one.
Yeah. I would feel just very disassociated, and
that's
I
how
didn't like feeling like that.
Yeah.
So it's like going from extreme emotion to having none.
Okay.
Let's see what else. Sometimes it wouldn't work at all, and some of them take just like a few weeks to even.
That's
build
what I
up
heard
your
too.
System. Yeah.
That's what I heard. I think one of this lady that I work with, she used to work at the doctor's office, and she told me, because I told her like, look, I just started taking Lexapro. I was really scared to take it. She was so happy for me, and I barely even know her. And she's all like, I'm so glad you took the chance to take it, but just letting you know, don't expect it to, work right away. Give it up to a month if you have to. That's messed up.
No, then he'll be too chill, Bill, and he's not gonna do anything.
Jesus, wear what? Anyways, but yeah, so she did tell me just wait up till a month till it actually hits your whole system. But you're right, like I feel drowsy. Some symptoms consist of dizziness. Luckily I didn't have it, but you're right about the spacing out, because I have like brain fogs with it. She's twerking right next to me.
Yeah, Mark was trying to be cute and walk by me, and then he tripped over a box.
God, I wish I could. You know what? He left. I was trying so hard to flip the camera. Oh my God. Oh man, you guys need to see this. But anyways, I'm gonna record it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have my phone on my camera, my camera up. Perfect opportunity to record her. But another side effect that I also noticed is dry mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And that for
That's
me,
with a lot of. I think a lot of medications, like, and just any type of mental health
really,
medications. Yeah.
I didn't expect it, honestly. I
Mhm.
never expected to be dry mouth. I expected something, worse, like, okay, more panic attacks or more anxiety, because they do say, you may have more anxiety. I was like, why would I take anxiety meds to get more anxiety? It's kind of
There's been a lot of
discouraging.
depression medication that I've taken that it make me more depressed within the first few weeks, and then they help.
Doesn't that discourage you though? Like, bro, like why?
It's hard. I try to steer. I mean, it's obvious. It's been extremely necessary at points in my life, but yeah, those first 2 weeks are torture.
Yeah, I could only imagine, especially with depression. I mean, I've had depression before, but to have it more than what you want to have is like, bro, like I don't know, but I have that personality where I'm just like, if something doesn't work for me, like right away, I'm just gonna stop. Mm-hmm. And I mean, as soon as I felt the side effects for Lexapro, I'm just like, okay, that means it's kind of working, I guess.
Yeah.
So I have to like, keep up.
Anxiety meds are pretty. I think over the spectrum of all the mental health medications, I think those are the more mild.
You think so?
Effects. Yeah.
Mild.
I think the biggest ones for me have been definitely depression medications. I've been.
No, I'm definitely being patient.
Yeah.
So I think it's time for me to up my dose to 10 milligrams. Do you think I should start?
Well, how long have you been taking it?
Going on 2 weeks. And I was told I was told to up it.
Obviously, talk to your doctor.
Well, she told me after a week.
Yeah, usually after 2 weeks, that's like the bar of raising any medication.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I haven't been anxious, luckily. Like every time I feel anxious now, it's like, like it's my medication, or I don't know, like sometimes something in my head that's basically like saying like, hey, cut that crap out. Mm-hmm. I'm noticing that.
My anxiety used to get really bad. I had really bad triggers, but I mean, medication helps a lot, but I use a lot of, I feel like therapy helps a lot. Medication helps, but also like you have to learn to cope with it healthy yourself too. So I have like a series of questions. Like if I'm panicking or like I have anxiety, I have questions that I'll ask myself.
Yeah.
Just to like calm myself down.
What are the questions for those who want to know? Like what are some questions that you could probably ask yourself to get out of that? It's like,
okay, am I currently like worried about something that I'm actively doing right now? Like, so like if I'm having anxiety about something at work, like am I doing something right now that's making me anxious? Like if I'm trying to get a deadline, or I need to like do the kids have homework, or it's something like right then and there. So if it's something right then and there, then it's like, okay, then just kind of like stop for a minute and rearrange. If it's like something that I thought of in the past, like something's not even going on, like it has nothing to do with right now, then just chill out. Like, am I in danger? Like, is this like an emotional thing? Is it just like, am I rabbit trailing? Sometimes my anxiety just comes from me, like my mind just starts to spiral, and it's like, that has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
That's so true.
Like,
and you know what's been helping me a lot recently, and I know it's gonna sound, kind of like what the hell, but honestly, I feel like it's working for me. And have you watched the movie Inside Out 2?
Yeah.
So
I have 3 kids, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, I don't know if they watch Disney, but anyways, so my kids are obsessed with that movie. They love it, absolutely love it. And it's, I don't know, like I've been watching it too, and I'm putting myself in that situation. Like what, like, you know, that voice in your head.
What's
That
controlling your board? The control
exactly,
board.
exactly. I'm putting myself in that spot. Hey, Jasmine, I am visibly safe right now. Works for me.
Jazzy Jazz.
Oh, you know her?
Yeah, it's my friend Jazz.
Oh, okay, awesome. I am I visibly safe right now? Works for me. Oh, that's the question that she asked herself. Okay. That's a good question. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, like, am I in danger? Am I freaking out because of my surroundings, or is it just in my head?
I asked myself that. That's a good question. That's definitely.
That's Jazz. She's Pablo and Jean's gal.
Oh, is that the one I met?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, I don't know if she remembers me. But yeah, we definitely here. But that is a good one. Hold on, she typed it. Deep breaths too. See, I feel like when I'm too deep in the trenches already, like I feel like deep breaths just make it worse for me. Like I just start.
Well, that's one of my questions. Am I breathing?
Am I breathing?
Yeah, I will hold my breath. Like, especially if I'm like concentrating on something or anything like I'll literally hold my breath. So I have to like.
I start overthinking it big time, but most definitely, like I started thinking about, you know, that movie Inside Out 2, and started putting myself like in that position, like, okay, who's in control right now? Is this anxiety, or, you know, am I gonna have to figure out a way to just get out of that situation? Like, I know I'm thinking about something and it hasn't happened yet. How can I get out of that train of thought? And it helps. It's helped me out for like a month for a month already. When it's bad, I have to remind myself to breathe too. I'm telling you, when it's bad for me, I can't breathe. I'm just like,
yeah, I get headaches just from not breathing. I'm like, why do I have a headache right now? Oh, have I drank water? No. Am I breathing? No.
Okay.
Well, so the anxiety and the depression, going back to how I got diagnosed.
Oh yeah.
So that I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression before I even knew I had ADHD. So I had I guess undiagnosed, it masked itself. So I was having anxiety because I was having attention issues and focus issues, and then depression because I always felt like I wasn't doing enough, or I wasn't doing it right, or I was just like, the anxiety starts going, you start thinking worst case scenarios and all that kind of thing. And then my brain is like a Rolodex because of the ADHD. It's like constantly like, so I slipped into, you know, substance abuse and drinking, and just to kind of, not necessarily to party. It was never like, oh, I'm gonna escape. It was like, I need to slow my brain down.
And that would be your
some way. Before I was diagnosed, like,
wow.
I used to drink a lot. I would smoke weed, but not like to like get higher. Like, it was to like calm my brain. Like, so I was here. Yeah. And I needed to like just be here. To function. Exactly.
Yeah. That's a good one. I don't know. I feel I've tried weed before. For those who are probably like what? Yes, I mean, who has it, right? I mean, I have tried it, but it gave me more anxiety. Like I mentioned to you, I was more paranoid and super like anxious. They're saying I didn't take the right stuff. I don't know. I don't want to try it again either.
No, nowadays I wouldn't try anything.
Really?
I don't know what's in that stuff anymore. It's not the regular stuff like it used to be.
No, they're masking it with something.
It was mostly just to like do my homework. Like that's how I got through school. Like just enough to focus.
And hold on, the devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all tried it, Veronica. Let's not act like we haven't. But yeah, it just made me super paranoid, and it scarred me. I never wanted to do it again. And especially like I told you before, I'm more of a person that likes to be in control of his actions and if the situation, my life, period. If I'm not in control, that's why I don't drink either. Because I like to be in control of what I'm doing. I don't like to be feeling like I'm not in control of my body. I don't know how you guys do it. Like, I look at Lynn, I'm just like, bro,
I don't drink anymore.
You don't like at all?
I mean, like when I'm with you, like when we hang out, but like well, like I had like I said, I had a problem before, a substance abuse problem before. So after I was diagnosed and after therapy, it's like it used to control my life so much, and it was like my personality.
Yeah.
To now, it's like it doesn't even entice me anymore.
Yeah. Okay. But yes.
So like I'll do it in social situations, but not
like to get out of it now. And how do you? Okay, so you were smoking weed and all that stuff, but how? That's my therapy. Yeah. See, I told you she loves to drink. She loves the juice. She actually
mine makes me social, like on a normal basis. Like I'm not very social.
Really?
Like I'm social with you guys because I'm comfortable with you and like we've hung out, but like like to go out and stuff like that, that's the only way I could ever do that before, which is so weird because people who knew me back then were like, what do you mean, like I have social anxiety? Like I
could have never imagined that, and I'm telling you that because like I've met Mark before. Like whenever I met Mark, he was very social, very cool, very open. We hit it off right off the bat, and whenever he introduced us to you, it was the same thing. It was like you comfortable right off the bat. You were just like,
I can fake it till I make it.
Really? You were super.
I mean,
talkative.
I really have to have like a pep talk with myself prior to
liquid courage.
Yeah, liquid courage. I have to have that pep talk with myself. There's been plenty of times, mostly because it also depends on the environment. Like with you guys, and because I know how Mark is, I know he's not going to be around people that are just like partying and acting crazy. Like I know his friends are going to be chill like he is, you know. So.
You know, a funny thing that Veronica just mentioned, a cup of wine a day keeps the anxiety away. I actually started drinking wine.
Yeah, I like wine.
It's actually,
but it's one of my triggers of my migraines. Like there's certain wines I can't have. They'll give me seizures.
Oh.
I'm telling you, it's all the good stuff.
Seriously. Yeah, I started drinking wine this Sunday actually. For my first time, and I actually enjoyed the crap out of it. I was like, what is this? It was, oh man, I wish she was here. She could give me the bottle right now. I think she's probably listening. She'll probably bring it right now in a bit. That gives me a migraine too. What?
Well, it depends on the type of wine.
It's the Stella Rose.
Stella Rose?
Yeah, Stella Rose one. I know that for a fact. I want her to bring it in here, or if not, I could find a picture of it. So
bring it in.
Tracy Benavides said,
"I'll get Mark to bring me some, and we'll drink it."
I'm gonna pull the picture. If she doesn't find it, or she doesn't read this hear the live or whatever. But yeah, so okay, back to your story. How did you figure out like it was ADHD for sure? Like maybe ADHD meds would work better.
Well, was it honestly working there at that clinic?
Mm-hmm.
Working there at that clinic, I feel like God put me there for a reason because I was spiraling like before that. So I was a waitress for like 10 years at that point. So, you know, up all night, going to bars after work, and I was taking 18 hours in college and working 2 jobs. So I have insomnia. So it was just like, so when I started working there, you know, working with them, you know, doctors, they notice, obviously, because it's their profession. So they noticed, you know, patterns and, you know, just how I was acting, or like if I would get migraines, or if I was like, obviously they know the signs of depression and anxiety and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I had gotten really bad in my depression and my drinking. And actually one of the counselors, who was the substance abuse counselor, we became really good friends. And he actually, it was like a total intervention type situation.
Oh, wow.
Because I was doing really bad. So he, you know, told my coworkers, and they kind of like literally had an intervention with me. And not many people know this, but they actually put me in inpatient care. So I went into inpatient care for my substance abuse and depression for I think almost 3 weeks. And then after that is when I like really started the therapy. I stopped drinking, and then I did my nutrition thing. I lost 60 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it was really, really working there and just kind of like educating myself on what it was that I was feeling. And they were like, you've had this depression and anxiety because you have these symptoms of ADHD, and you're not like focusing on them. You're not helping those skills. So it's just like,
it's crazy to find that out though, because imagine how many people can benefit from that if their doctors actually paid attention to exactly their behavior and stuff like that. They could eliminate all these other things and just put them straight on ADHD meds, and they could potentially help them with their mental, whatever they're dealing with, their mental health, whether it's depression, anxiety, and all that stuff. But it's yeah, you're right. It's crazy how working with the doctor gave him like the front row seat of how it was, how you were as a person.
That's my doctor I still go to.
You still go
after
to?
all these years. Mm-hmm.
That's
my
funny.
counselor and my psychiatrist. The same ones I used to work with.
Yeah, but I think that's great that you landed a job there and he was able to just help you right off the bat, especially working with him right then and there.
Yeah.
And I know you see it in me too. Like, I'm just very distractful as well. And I feel like a lot of people are, especially that deal with mental health.
I think nowadays there's just such high stimulation in every aspect of our life. So it's like, it's easy to be like, oh, everyone has ADHD. Everyone's overstimulated. Everyone, there's ads and pop-ups which there is. And that definitely doesn't help. But I mean, I think I think people are often not diagnosed. I think it would happen more often than not that people. It's
for sure. Common. And I mean, I wish my psychiatrist would have, considered that as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know it was like a maybe like an hour visit that I had with her, and I had to tell her everything that was going on with me in a stem of like an hour. Mm-hmm. Her trying to figure out. Hold on. Mark said, "Bro, I saw it in you."
He makes fun of me all the time now when we have like our friends or whatever or whoever. I'm like, "Oh, I've diagnosed them. They've had this. They've had this. They've been." Well, working there at that place, I worked there for almost 5 years. So, and I was part of the intake, so I got the call. Like, I would take the calls and it was mostly with kids and adolescents at first.
Yeah.
So I would ask the initial questions over the phone. So like, I've learned how to like tell, if someone, not like to diagnose someone, but like it was my job to kind of like filter out whether or not they could even come in for an assessment kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I wonder if I could tell you my story, you could be like, yeah, you need to be with this guy.
I diagnosed Mark.
You diagnosed Mark?
Yeah,
and he was telling me that he goes to the same doctor as well. Mm-hmm. But I don't mean to tell his like medical stuff or anything without him to hear, so I'm not gonna go ahead and do that.
Right.
Huh?
I say he's
you say it, you're his better half.
His medical health. What? He's got ADD. He's got ADD. I got ADHD, and the H is very important.
Why is that?
The H makes a big difference. The hyperactivity.
Oh, that's why.
He's just not hyper.
He's just not hyper?
He's just not hyper.
Oh, God.
See, everything that I'm saying out loud and blah, 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 he says it in his head, but he doesnn''t.
He doesn't say it out loud?
Out loud. Mm-hmm.
That's funny. See, I didn't know that. That's crazy. That's good to know, though. This is some very educational video we're doing right here. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of us that are going through this, too. A lot of people with ADHD out there.
Yep.
I thought he was dyslexic too. Maybe
he is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. See, I didn't want to say that, but I just did.
Yeah, he's dyslexic. So he apparently was diagnosed as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then as an adult, like in a relationship, he brought it up. He's like, "Oh yeah, I was diagnosed as a kid," and I'm like, was like, well, that kind of makes a lot of sense, like sense in our relationship too. And he was like, what do you mean? Like, it's just like a learning disability. I'm like, dyslexia has a lot to do with verbal relationship conversational skills too.
Wow.
It's
Please
not-
explain.
Well, it's not a neurological disorder, dyslexia. It's more of a learning disability. But just like you have trouble reading or understanding words, comprehension, especially because he has ADD, his brain's going 90 to nothing, and his dyslexia is trying to grab those words to make a sentence, and he can't. So his brain can't tell his mouth to say the words, so he says nothing. So it's it's caused issues in our relationship because I overtalk and he can't ever like find the words to talk. Yeah. So there's a lot of that. So that made a lot of sense too, which has helped me kind of like be more patient when he's trying to find the words. They're all kind of jumbled in his head, kind of like they would see them on the page.
Yeah.
That's how it is in his head.
I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure I have something going on too, but I just don't have the right person to diagnose me. I know there's a lot of us that think this way too, but I'm telling you.
Do you just see your like primary care physician, or do you?
Okay, so wait, what made you think I was like? Is he asking me or you? Dyslexic.
He misspelled it on purpose.
Oh, okay. I see. I knew where he was coming from, though. Okay,
we get it.
Okay, that's just like a
talk to text.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with a lot of us, and we just go on with our lives without being, actually diagnosed, which primarily can affect us in a lot of ways. Like you said, in relationships as well. I feel like. Okay, let's take you for example, actually, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people, especially Belen, that do this too. I don't know if you remember, right? Whenever you texted me, what do you use?
Oh yeah.
And I'm just
like, you can't read my mind.
Yeah, because
because you told me that you were gonna email me the link, right?
Yeah, I told her I was gonna email her.
That was like hours ago.
Yeah.
And then I asked you, what do you use? So in my brain, I continued from that conversation. And to me, in your brain, you're like, that happened an hour ago.
No, well, to me, I figured you were asking me because you figure like you want to know what device we need to use. What do you use? So
I don't want to sound too old to be like, are we using Zoom? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, so I told you. I mean, we use our laptop or tablet, and then you're like, LOL, I know that, fool. What video app, like Zoom or what? I put, well, be specific. And it's funny because Belen is the same way, but the exact same way. You're funny because you mean you can't read my mind. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly how Belen feels. Like I for some reason couldn't read all her mind. I'm sorry. Oh, Jasmine said, low key, it has affected all the areas of my life in some way. Mm-hmm. If she's undiagnosed, there's nothing wrong with us. It's lack of understanding.
It really is. We are so alike. Mark and I are so alike, but because our communication skills and the way we understand things or see things is different, even if we're both on the same like goal, it's very hard for us to work together.
Do you get on to him for him not understanding you?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, he doesn't understand me, and I don't understand him. We'll be saying the same thing, and we don't understand each other.
That's crazy. Maybe there's something wrong, Berlin. You never know. But before this episode started, you were like, we were talking about allergies and how bad it is right now. We're at this time of year, or every time in the same month. Like I told you, I feel like it looks like I'm going through some things because my eyes are all red and bloodshot, and
you're hiding it with the hat. It's okay.
Hiding the emotions. It just feels so bad right now. It's just like, hold on, Berlin is laughing. But yeah, I'm not sick. For those of you who are probably wondering, like, this guy's sick. I'm not sick. I'm not crying. I'm not emotional. I'm not going through things. You know, we're living a really happy life. I'm just really like, there's so much allergies going on right now.
Yeah,
Crystal
we heard on the
understands.
news this morning. It's like I think it's the ragweed in our area. My allergies weren't this bad until we moved up to Conroe, and then now it's like.
Yeah, my allergies weren't bad until I moved to Spring. It's probably something up north. I don't know.
Everything turns yellow.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Oh, horrible. Another thing, did you hear about that hurricane that's hitting Florida?
Yes.
It's supposedly going to hit
Mark
tomorrow.
actually has family there.
No way.
He's been communicating with his cousin there. Texas is wild with the allergies.
Where's she from? Is she from New York too?
New York. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah,
everything's wild down here.
Everything's wild.
Wow. He's got a cousin there that they're. I don't know why they didn't evacuate, but
they're not evacuating.
They've been trying to, I guess, just prepare and.
Well, it sounds scary because it's a Category 5, and that's like I'm saying, a Category. What was it like? A Category 1 hit us, and we were like without power for a week or two.
Well, that's because our energy system grid sucks.
Well, we're not gonna know how good of a energy system.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, they just got hit with a hurricane. So
was it them or was it North Carolina? Because I keep hearing that it's North Carolina.
Well, I mean, like that area.
Yeah.
Geographically.
Yeah. And there was
this is my brain trying to like, where are the states at?
Right? Like I'm just trying to picture like where the swirly thing is at.
Yeah, it's like
I'm trying to
I
should probably bring it up. That way we don't have to have visual aids and stuff.
We've been praying for them. Hopefully they're all right over there.
I know. Hopefully they're good over there. It's a Category 5, like I mentioned, so that's scary. That's probably gonna be. I think that's the highest. No, like they just go up to Category 5.
They were talking about inventing a Category 6 because I'm like, look, people are scared enough. Okay, let's just leave it at 5. 6. There's no need for that. Everyone's terrified.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Well,
we just hope that everybody's safe, man. I hope if they plan on staying, hopefully there are that percent that they don't get it as bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever you hear Category 4, or Category 5, I'm not risking that. I'm out. I'm getting that flood insurance last minute too. Even though that never works like that.
Good luck with that in Texas.
Right. Supposedly you can't request for flooding insurance right before a hurricane. So if you don't have it, you're screwed. Jasmine said, my aunt says that it might drop to a 3 by the time it hits. Hopefully, but still, that's a Category 3.
Yeah, it's still bad, but very
it's still bad. Like I want to say, like, oh man, hopefully, but that's still bad. But we never know, man. So I got 5 viewers watching right now. If you're on YouTube, like Jasmine here, which thank you so much for watching, for actually staying in tune with us. Mark and Jasmine are on YouTube, so go ahead and share this live with many of your friends and family that you may have that would enjoy this podcast. Also, if you're on Facebook, if you're watching through Facebook, go ahead and share my live right through there. Keep the viewership up. It's a good topic that we have going on. So before this episode started, also you started talking to me about that photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Y'all are my friends.
Yeah.
So yeah,
just y'all. Told you I'm antisocial. I'll text Bella and tell her to watch it.
Right. Hey, you watching, right? She's like, bro, I'm on.
I text Jazz to watch, but then I told her, I said, don't tell Gene, because then he's gonna be on there trolling me.
I haven't seen them in a while. Man.
We're having a watch party in the other room.
Really?
No.
Oh, I was about to say. So, we did our Belen had a photo shoot with my youngest. I'm gonna try to email these pictures through my email. That way I can share with all of you.
So good.
Yeah, so let me send some of the ones that I really like, because I don't want to. So my wife decided to go ahead and take some Halloween pictures with my youngest. And the only reason why we decided to do it with my youngest is because he's a character. He's a little actor himself. So we were watching The Dark Knight, and he was really like intrigued with the Joker, and he was really hooked on the movie. Like it was the best thing in the world, which honestly could very well be. But my wife and I decided, like, hey, we should probably dress him up as the Joker, and she just started, doing her little, her thing on social media to see if there's actually, been people out there that have posted pictures with the Joker and Harley Quinn, which they haven't. So she said right then and there, we should do something like that, and she had like a little vision in her head of how to do it, and yeah, we went with it. She got the costume through Amazon, and everything came in at a good time. We hired my sister to do it because my sister is actually trying to build up her photography portfolio, which she's doing an amazing job, and we want to help her get more, more views, more people. Give me a second.
Yeah, they came out really good. They were so cute.
Yeah, and honestly, it came out better than I expected. And Belen was telling me that it's everything that she wanted, like pictured. We got close to 18K views. Crazy. Yeah, we had a lot of views, and especially through my my social media too. I had a few views on mine as well. I'm gonna actually download them right now. That way I can share with you guys.
I mean, he's super cute and your wife's super hot, so I mean, that doesn't hurt.
I was really with it. I was like, you know what? You guys can pull it off for sure.
Yeah.
I gave her the idea to be Harley Quinn because she said, I want to be in the pictures with them. And I said, you should be Harley Quinn. Easily tough. Like,
you should be, I want to be the Addams Family.
That is a good one too. You're sweet. Thank you. I'm pretty sure she's talking to you because she wouldn't promise me. Let's be honest. I'm going to pull these pictures up. Give me 1 second. Crap.
For the Addams Family, we got to get Mark a wig though. So he can be Gomez.
Oh my God, that would be good. Oh my God, you guys should do it. All in black and white.
I would love that.
Y'all should do it.
Oh, I have my Wednesday shirt on.
Do you? Well, hold on. Let me see. Oh, you do have that Wednesday Adam shirt. Hey, is there supposed to be a second season coming out of that show?
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to come like 2 years ago.
No, the second season's out already, isn't it?
No.
No?
I don't think
Maybe
so.
I just rewatched the first season.
Maybe, because I was like, wait.
I'm excited about Beetlejuice. Jazz, we're supposed to go see Beetlejuice. We gotta go see Beetlejuice.
My wife didn't even know what Beetlejuice was. She's all like, what is that? It feels like some people are just making words up. I was like, dude, it's a movie. Like, get with the program.
Yeah, when we went to dinner for my dad's birthday this weekend, my grandma was saying how that was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid, was to watch Beetlejuice. I was like, see, I wasn't just saying it.
Yeah, it's also an old cartoon. That would be great. Do it. Okay, so I'm about to share the pictures right now. Let me know if you could see them. Or can you see them?
Look, it's so cute. Yes.
So this is one of them. This is of them, just smiling, and he's a character. Look at him smiling. Like, that's him. That's so all him. Good. And this is Belen, of course.
Yeah, girl.
Good. And this is them together, which I'm telling you, he did super good. He was in full-blown character. And he of course went with the Joaquin Phoenix, his Joker, which I thought that's been a pretty good Joker so far. Right behind.
It was perfect.
Yeah, so they did a really good job. Or my wife and my sister did a pretty good job with that.
Where did they take the pictures at?
They went to a parking lot in downtown, and it was funny because they had hold on. Why did she say zoom it in? Were you guys not able to see?
No, I saw it.
Yeah, Alva told me she wanted to watch it, and I was like, "What's that?" Yeah, the Beetlejuice movie?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Bro, you sound no, don't ask that." But
don't tell me about that.
But yeah, they went to like some parking lot. They were gonna go to one parking garage, but it ended up being closed, so they had to improvise. Like, where can we go to next? And I think Belen found one, and it was the most perfect little spot they could have found because apparently they killed it with those pictures.
Yeah.
Sorry, I saw a light on, so I was like, what the hell? But yeah, so if you guys aren't doing it yet, go follow my sister at NC. Oh, hold on, I need to remove this. I'm gonna post her link right here in a bit. I just need to stop sharing. Oh, there we go. I stopped sharing the screen. But yeah, we're trying to get my sister's followers up as well. You know, she's doing it as a hobby as well. She loves doing it. So, and apparently she did a really good job with the Joker one.
Yeah, those are good.
We're trying to get her a little bit more exposure. Also hired Josiel. Josiel is a crazy little actor though. He was in full blown he was in character. He knew what the Joker needed to do. He every pose he killed it. He got the poses. We bought a little like play knife, and it was scary the way he was holding it because
he was a little too comfortable.
Yeah, like okay, we probably need to get that away from him. And
yeah, that would probably be Ava. I would probably like do like the little girl from The Ring or something.
Yo, Ava should be Wednesday Addams for sure.
Yeah, I want to do it.
Oh my god, get the costumes, and we could find like an old mansion. I'm telling you, I'm giving you ideas right now.
I want it.
I'm telling you. But yeah, as far as mental health, back to the mental health. We were talking about. We're all over the place right now. It's all good though.
That's part of the ADHD. It's the creativity.
Exactly. And you know what? That's what makes this episode my episodes have been pretty good. I believe it. And Belen's saying do it. You guys have what it takes to kill it on this one too. The Addams Family one. I feel like you guys got it. Oh my god. What would the other boys be?
They would just have to be Pugsley. We'd have to have two Pugsley. Mia could be another Wednesday too.
Yeah.
Or we could just throw some hair on one of them and make them cousin It.
There you go.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Look, I'm gonna record Belen. What are you doing? Oh, you're an a-hole. I want her to come in here, man. She's so funny. Come in here. No, not you. Yes, you. Be on the live with me. No? Oh, she has no makeup on. She said no.
Girl.
Right? But what would you take away? What would you give your younger self? What kind of advice would you give your younger self? I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and reword that.
So much.
Please, do tell.
Find your calm in your storm. I searching for the calm was so hard. I would try to find external things to help cope or to help me feel better, and it just, as I've grown, just peacefully being by myself and reading or drawing or meditating or just looking at the dang trees. Just being your own calmness.
Would you how do I say it? Would you lecture yourself?
Oh yeah, all the time.
All the time. Your younger self.
I still do now.
You still do it?
I still do now. I'm still learning.
What is something that you would do you notice your kids anxious as well?
The oldest, yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's more emotional, more temperamental to situations. He's more aware of like others, like empathetic.
I feel like whenever you're so emotional, that's when you are mostly like more anxious, I guess. When you're
Well, yeah, you're consumed with everyone else's feelings.
yeah.
Yeah, he pays a lot of attention to me. I mean, he's my firstborn, obviously, and then he was born with, he had a cleft palate when he was born.
A what?
So a cleft palate.
What is that?
So like most of the time you'll see when people have like, they're born without the lip or like the roof of their mouth or their nose.
Yeah.
So his was just the uvula, the little hangy part in the back of your throat. He didn't have it, so it was like a hole. So he had a lot of feeding issues.
Really?
Yeah. So the first year, I didn't work. I stayed home with him because it was like weekly feeding therapy, and I had to stay up with him because to make sure he wasn't like choking, and like we had doctor's appointments, and he actually had plastic surgery like right before his first birthday. So he's like super attached to me. That's always been like, so yeah, he's pretty, he feeds off of me a lot.
Oh, that's good. I mean, he looks great now. He looks great now.
Yeah, it's good.
That's why I'm just like, well, it kind of like caught me by surprise when you said that. I was like, wait.
Well, yeah, his is not like it wasn't like externally; it was just internally. But
yeah,
he still has trouble. Like he's a little nasally when he speaks, and like swallowing, or like he has a lot of allergies too. So we take him. I take him yearly to go get checked, and he might have to have another surgery maybe later in life, but he's good now. Yeah, that was terrifying to find out at 2 weeks old.
Yeah,
my first child, that he had to have plastic surgery.
What?
Yeah, it was terrifying.
You can't even tell. Like, you would. Hold on. Joaquin Phoenix has a cleft lip. Huh.
Yeah, that little scar he has on his lip.
Yeah.
Speaking of Joaquin Phoenix on the Joker.
Yeah, no, the Joker.
There's actually a lot of celebrities that, if you look it up, they've had cleft palates.
I need to look them up. That's crazy to know that. With my son, I'm sorry, he was saying hi. See, I'm more like in a office type environment, so we have like clear French doors. So I mean, like I said, the little one would have been here already, but the older ones, they already know. Like, okay, let me just say hi real quick. But I'm not gonna go in and interrupt them. I guess that's what's good about them. But yeah, mental health, man. Can't live with it, can't live without it. Apparently, we need anxiety also to survive.
Yeah.
So
I think it takes a lot to prepare. So I think we have a lot of calendars in our house.
Why?
To remember things. Between me and Mark, like, it's so, like I said, we're very much alike, but we learn very differently. So I'm further along. Like I said, I've been dealing with this therapy and ADHD thing for over 15 years. So like learning how he learns best and applying it to our lives is like trying to like kind of where we struggle. Yeah. So, I kind of try to pay attention to what works for him. So we have like a dry erase calendar on our refrigerator. That's the one thing that we've learned that is good for him because he sees it every day. Yeah. And we can kind of like write things on there, and then he's colorblind. So
yeah, I keep forgetting he is.
He's dyslexic, he's colorblind, so I have to pick certain colors for him. Yeah. So that they stand out to him on the calendar, so that he knows those things are for him to pay attention to.
I completely forgot that Mark is colorblind.
And then, so yeah, just for me to keep track of everything. And obviously our kids aren't technically diagnosed with anything, but I think it helps them just to stay organized too. Like Jojo, the middle one's like real good with lists. Like he'll knock it out, but like when he's wanting to do something, he'll hyper focus and he'll do it. But when he doesn't want to do anything, he's not gonna do it. So if you gotta give him a checklist, he'll knock it out. But if you're just like giving him random instructions, he's like, no.
How's Ava?
She's been the hardest.
What do you mean?
She's been the hardest to like teach anything or to do anything.
No.
Like potty training, eating, like bedtime, like just any routine. The boys were very good and caught on really well. And I had this epiphany the other day because you always hear me say, like, Ava lives her own life. She doesn't care about us. She's gonna do it on her own time, like whatever. And I was like, maybe she has ADHD.
You said that too.
Yeah, well, I was like, I just thought, my child's a free spirit, she's just a feisty one. And I was like, maybe she has ADHD. I was like, I don't know why I never thought of that, because duh.
Would you diagnose her though? Like take her to
No, like this is literally the other day.
Okay.
And it's funny because as much as I talk about it, I never like put two and two together. And I told Mark that, and I was like, how did I not maybe not think of that? And he's like, well, because y'all are so alike. he's like a crackhead doesn't know his friend's a crackhead. They're just homeboys. I was like,
he has a good point, but it's horrible. But he's right.
I busted out laughing. I was like, that makes total sense to me. I don't know why.
That makes sense. But did you call me a crackhead?
Yeah, crackheads don't know they're crackheads. They're just friends.
That's funny.
So we've been really trying. Like, I got her this little reward chart with stickers. Just that like constant accomplishment affirmations. And then the boys are really, really good because they're so good, like with their schoolwork, and they've already learned skills, and they're so helpful with her. So
that's good.
They've been helping, like, okay, but it's time to do our homework. Okay, let's go clean your room. We got to pick up, like, go get your checklist. Like, my mom says I'm too OCD, or like I'm too. Yeah, I made all your dreams come true. What are you talking about? I do that every day.
It's funny when we're talking about Ava. My parents are always asking about her. I guess she has made like a great impact.
Everyone always asks about her. Everyone. She's just, she
like,
needs an impact.
Where's the little girl, Ava? I was like, her parents aren't here. I'm pretty sure that she's
for me being so antisocial, and she's like a social butterfly. So it's been so hard.
Everybody. It's funny because she was calling everybody. It's funny because she'll go up to my dad, Grandpa.
Yeah, every older man is Grandpa.
Every older man is Grandpa, and it's super hilarious.
Grandpa. Yeah.
Madison during Wayside. Hello.
That's my ex-coworker, BFF for life.
Nice. So you make friends all over the place. What do you mean you're into?
No, those are my two friends.
Just two friends.
And Belen.
Oh my god! But yes.
So Ava's been doing better. The boys have been doing really good at helping, like, train her. Because I'm like, so she has a late birthday, so she doesn't start school till next year. She won't start kindergarten. So I'm like, we got to get her into shape. Like,
yeah. Mizell started going off with the bonding deposits. Hey.
I'll put a GoFundMe down there.
GoFundMe?
Play with me.
Mark's funny as hell, man.
All this mental health, they got bills. Okay?
Right?
It costs money. These psychiatrists cost money.
We need those good narcotics, man.
Yeah.
I'm over here getting I'm over here getting
That's part of my budget.
The non-addicting ones. I need the good stuff.
I will eat ramen all month if I gotta pay for my doctor bill, because I cannot go without my meds.
Apparently, my doctor said, I'll put my business all out there, but she did say if this doesn't work, then we'll go ahead and try to figure out. I don't know. She said, I asked her, like, do you think that I could be put on ADHD meds? Because that's what I was
asking you. Is it your primary care physician, like just a regular?
This is just a regular psychiatrist.
Oh, it is a psychiatrist.
Yeah, it's just a psychiatrist that I made an appointment with through the VA. and she's a super nice lady. Really, really great at what she does. She listened to everything I said, but she wants me to start off on anti-anxiety meds first before I try anything else. Of course, the anti-anxiety meds right now that I'm taking aren't going to be addicting to me or will affect my liver in any sort of way. So that's why she wanted me to start off on that, which like I'm saying, it's really working for me, I would say, for the most part. I was feeling a bit anxious today, but it was more like my mind telling myself like, hey, it's anxiety, just like let me kick it out of your mind real quick and get you back to what you got going on right now.
Yeah.
And she said she wants me to go ahead and start on that before I try anything else. So she said if this doesn't work, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can go ahead and start focusing on the ADHD.
Well, I think a lot of doctors, just because it's ADHD meds are often abused from people that don't have ADHD.
That's so true.
She really just
needs to watch the podcast so she can diagnose you. That is true. See, Mark used to spend so much time with me, and he would always tell me, I think you have ADHD, bro. Like, you just sound like you do. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah. Years of him watching me diagnose people.
Probably, right? So what would be like the main thing that I guess people would bring up that you would be like, oh yeah, that's a definite, flag right there?
For me, it's not so much what they bring up. I just watch their mannerisms.
Ooh, what is that?
Honestly, anxiety is I notice a lot of the time.
Okay.
With people. Obviously attention to things, staying on topic.
I cannot stay on topic, as you can tell.
Something that I've noticed that we both do is that we stare off while we're talking.
Yeah, if I see something like floating, I'm gonna pay attention to it. Like, let me see what's that. Let me try to figure out what this is.
Just in thought, yes, symptoms can overlap for sure. So I do that a lot. Like right now, like I look down. It's mostly because I'm like trying to look for the words. Eye contact is really hard for me. Like in deep eye contact is so hard for me.
See, the reason why I can't do eye contact with people is because then I'm pretty like self-conscious about my lazy eye.
What lazy eye?
If you stare hard enough, like even Belen will tell you.
Now I'm gonna stare.
So you may not notice it because that's why I'm not looking deep into your eyes, because then you will notice. And that's but
I do that too, but I feel like my eye's twitching, and I feel like everyone can see it when I stare at somebody's eye. Yeah, I am tired.
See, so Belen's a big time bully, and I will tell you that. She may be the sweet angel that you all know, but deep down, she's a bully. And
I'm a bully too. I'm sorry,
bro. I've never noticed the lazy eye. That's why. I ask yourself this: when was the last time I actually looked at you guys straight deep into your eyes? It's never happened. But Belen, see how we always spend so much time together. I'll look at her and she'll randomly bust out with, "Where are you looking at?" Man,
my older stepbrother, he has a lazy eye, but his is really bad. Oh. But I used to mess with him all. Like I'd be like, hey, I'm over here, pay attention. But we were teenagers, that's fine. No, even Mark and I, as long as we've been together, like it's hard for us to look at each other in the eye.
Bro, there's a lazy eye, trust me. One of them isn't even.
We struggle with eye contact, just between me and him. It's like, why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me like that?
Like, what's going on? What are you noticing?
We can't even adore each other. It's just like, what's wrong with you?
That's hilarious. No, but Belen's a bully, man. She'll be like, who are you looking at? And I was like, you're so messed up. Damn. I'm telling you guys, man, Belen's a bully. Y'all may not.
I don't think I bully Mark. I think I just like call him out when, like, I can tell when he's squirreling on the phone, like just from his voice.
What do you mean? Oh, like scrolling through a phone?
No, like we'll be having a conversation, and I can tell when he's like zoned out on the phone. Over the phone, I can tell.
Yeah, Belen does.
Or I'm like, "What are you reading?" And he's like, "Huh?" I'm like, "You're reading something."
Yep.
He's like, "I'm looking at this or whatever." Or he'll say, "She is super sweet."
No, she's not.
He'll start the sentence like midway. I was like, I didn't hear the first half of that thought you had. Like you only said the second half of the sentence.
And that was it.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, I zone out through the phone too, but it's so easy to get off topic over the phone for sure. You're always stuck doing something else. And
I feel like people with ADD also are either overly disorganized or highly organized.
One of the two for sure.
One of the two.
Madison said, I do that too.
Oh, yes. I diagnosed Madison too.
You did?
Did?
Did you really?
Yes.
That's funny.
So before I quit my previous job, I hired her to be my mini me.
Your right hand?
My right hand. So she started working with me. Wow, a year ago? Now that I think about it, yeah, it was a year ago already. Crap. So we learned really quickly that we were a lot alike. You can tell by looking at us, but we're a lot alike. So there was a lot of conversations of like, I do that and I do that.
Oh my God. Of course you're going to be like, yep, you have ADHD. There's no doubt about it.
Yep.
I wonder if she's getting seen though. I don't want to put her out there, her business.
I'll put her out there. Yeah, she does.
She does?
I don't see, that's the thing. I don't think it should be like a shush thing. Like I think it's
I'm not saying that it's a shush thing.
No, I mean like putting their business out there, I guess.
True, but at the same time, man, I follow OSHA laws, man. They are twins.
We really are.
That's funny.
We really are.
So as soon as you notice that somebody is exactly like you or thinks the same way as you, you automatically just know.
Yeah, for the most part.
Oh Lord.
Not necessarily all the time, but
what was I gonna bring up? But yeah, man, Belen's a bully. Like
just in case that didn't come up across clearly.
Yeah, she's a bully. I'm in danger right now. No, I think it's funny that she can make fun of me, but as soon as I make fun of her, it's like,
oh, in that case, then Mark's the bully.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Do you make fun of him, or does he make fun of you?
He makes fun of me, but I don't like. I make fun of myself a lot, so it doesn't like. But
it doesn't hurt you.
Then he's like, "Leave me alone."
Yeah, the second I make fun of Belen, it's like I hit a nerve. Like I struck a nerve, and it's just like, okay, well, screw you. I can't believe you just said that to me. I'm like, bro, you make fun of me all the time. She goes on like a full blown like emotional. Like
I will tell myself off. Okay.
These conversations are important because most people don't talk mental health and just think they messed up.
They messed up.
You know what? I used to think about a lot like that. Give me a second. Let me go ahead and fix this real quick. Oh God, I took you away. Hold on. I think we're good right here. But yeah, you're right. Before I was diagnosed with anxiety disorder, I was always thinking to myself like, bro, I think I'm losing my freaking mind. Mm-hmm. Like there's no doubt about it. Like there's eventually I'm gonna just start seeing stuff that's not there anymore. You know, I started freaking myself out even more than what I was supposed to, I guess. Mm-hmm. I started thinking that I was just gonna go schizophrenic. I don't know. I was just thinking all these different types of stuff that wasn't even necessarily true. Mm-hmm. But that was the anxiety part about it that I didn't even know that existed. Nobody teaches us about anxiety, or at least they didn't back in our time. Yeah. Now I feel like it's more talked about, more understanding in a way, because a lot of people are dealing with it more than what we were. Mm-hmm. I don't know. My mom
still isn't convinced. My mom thinks I have anxiety because I know about anxiety.
What?
Because I educate myself about anxiety or ADHD or whatever.
Uh-huh.
She's like, if you didn't know those things existed, you wouldn't know you had them, or you wouldn't. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly.
But see, if you didn't know about it, what would you be thinking that it was though? The church,
like you said, everything was a demon.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, church people be doing that.
Pray it away.
Pray it away. Like it's just the demon that's inside of you. No, church people are like that, thankfully. But old school, yeah, we're not open to those conversations. That's true.
But yeah, I would think something. I was the only child too. I was the only child until I was 18. So I was always by myself.
I thought you had a brother.
I do. But my mom didn't have him until I was 18.
Really? You guys look like you guys are super close to age.
No, it's just because he looks old as hell.
Whoa, I didn't mean any disrespect, but
no, he just
a little bit older.
A big dude. He's a big dude. He's my big little brother. He's 20. He'll be 21.
Yo, I thought he was my age.
Yeah. So she had him when I was 18. She had my little sister when I was 21. So I was the only child most of my life.
Uh-huh.
So just like me and my imagination and books and being alone most of the time. And then I was introverted, but the hyperness is what made me social or outgoing.
I get it, yeah.
But yeah, I was stuck in my head a lot. My own thoughts just at alone time. So yeah, you start to feel like I always say I'm in the Truman Show.
Oh my God, that's a good movie.
I feel like I'm in the Truman Show. I'm like, does no one see this? Like, am I the only one that like
that movie tripped me out because I was always like, bro, like,
or
what
the
if
Matrix?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how my brain feels on the inside.
No, man. That I always think about that. Like I was always on my head too when I was little too. Like I always make up little stories in my head. I don't know why. I just run wild with the imagination, I guess you could say too. And now that you mention it, yeah, there's definitely something going on in my head that's not being diagnosed or hasn't been diagnosed for a fact. But yeah, it's just crazy how we just think to ourselves, or I used to think to myself, like, I'm just losing my goddamn mind. And especially when I talk to people that didn't deal with the same things that I do, that would look at me like if I was just crazy. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's like the worst. It made me feel even worse. Like, bro, like they don't understand what I'm going through. Like, I'm definitely not normal. I'm just gonna lose my mind.
It's definitely alienating.
Yeah,
because you can't explain to someone.
Yeah.
Or like you can't. It's hard for me to even imagine like what a normal brain feels like.
It's been so long.
No, like just normal, like a non-ADHD brain. Like you guys don't like have like there's not background music and people talking
background
like
music.
I'm serious. Like there's all that's not happening. Tell them the Batman joke. The Batman joke I told him today. It says,
Batman joke?
What do you call Batman when he misses church?
What?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. Okay, that's a good one. But see, not a lot of people are gonna get that. Like Belen, she's gonna be like, "What?"
My delivery is not always the greatest.
See, Madison laughed. Where'd you hear that joke from?
My coworker. She told me over the phone. She told me another one. She said, "Why do ghosts go to the bar?"
Why?
The booze.
I was like, the booze. I get it.
Like, I have a notepad next to my desk. I'm going to tell you jokes every day. I'm like, okay.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, man. How would we end this episode with? Let's end it with a positive note.
Go to therapy.
Go to therapy. Dad joke. That is a dad joke. It's all good. It's all good. Hold on. But yeah, go to therapy, man. If you
therapy helps.
If it
Medicine
helps.
definitely helps. I feel like medicine's a tool. It's not the answer, but it is a tool. Therapy definitely helps, and I think just obviously if you're religious, prayer is extremely helpful. That's gotten me through a lot, and meditating, like, because my brain is so, it's okay to be weird. Yeah, I
Nobody's
thrive
normal
on
nowadays. Nobody's normal right now. Find your people.
Find your people. Yes.
That's true. Support. It didn't get better for me until I realized a lot of people that are close to me actually deal with anxiety. I feel like I was talking to the wrong people at first. And it's the most unlikely people that you would think that deal with the same issues that you have. At least for me, that's how it was. I was putting, just depressing stuff because I was just dealing with so much at the time. I would be posting a lot of depressing stuff. And eventually one of my friends from high school, popped up and said, "Hey, you okay, man?" And I told him, like, "Nah, man, I'm just dealing with this whole anxiety that, I don't know how to deal with." He's all like, "Oh, bro, you should talk to me a long time ago. I deal with that stuff too." I was like, "What?" And I think that's like the best comforting words that you could hear anybody say is like, "Me too."
Yeah. Even after all these years, like, it's still hard for me to reach out.
Really?
Like, I will tell, like, I'm here. Like, I will be here for everyone. But me personally, it's still hard for me to, like, actively reach out if I'm not feeling well. Like, Madison I would say probably twice in the last week I've texted her. I've reached out like, "Hey, I'm not feeling well."
Yeah,
find your people.
Like Jasmine said, exactly. Find your people. Find the support system that you have. Use the people that you have in your life.
For sure.
Sometimes it's they understand you better.
Going through all this with Mark's dad, like, we always knew that we had close friends and, like, support, but, like, actually utilizing the help, like, from you guys and Bill, and, like, from everyone, it was a lot, and it was very helpful.
Yeah, I was very unfortunate, but yeah, you're right. It's one of those things. It's like people say, you do realize who your friends are whenever there's a death in the family, when when you're struggling, and when you're moving.
Yeah. Hey, we've been through all of those things together.
Exactly. I was like, dang, Mark helped me move.
Yep.
So that's pretty much it. So yeah,
so
man.
if you're trying, we've got a good group here. So
I'm telling everybody, man. I'm trying to get everybody to get out of their comfort zone and tell everybody that there actually are normal. There's nothing here in this world that's not normal about them. It's all in their heads. There's nothing, that you can't say that anybody's normal now. Well, hold on. I'm trying to find my exit video. I forgot which one it was. Oh, there it is. Okay. But yeah, man. Thank you so much for joining me, Crystal. I do have to let everybody go because it is about that time. We have to do this again. You're a great host.
I didn't host. You host.
Or co-host. I'm sorry. You're a great co-host. So I definitely put in your application for like co-host, and I'll definitely we'll make it happen. We could talk about something else other than.
I gotta get a better backdrop or something.
A better You're good. Just put a flag like me.
Mark said to put a green screen, and then he was just gonna randomly pick my background.
I think you can actually do it through here.
But he said he was just gonna. I wasn't gonna know. He was just gonna randomly.
Oh, he was gonna do
in my background.
You could do that through here, though. You could actually put like a little little living room back there.
I'd be a little scared of what he put behind me.
Yeah, you don't have to put a little green screen. You never know. But yeah, man, I want to thank everybody who joined us today. I had more people than usual. Thanks. Well, mostly because of you. Pretty sure you told your people about this.
My 3 people?
Your 3 people. Hey, it still matters because guess what? They're new listeners.
Yeah.
So it helps out big time all around. But thank you all so much for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for accepting my invitation. I know it was last minute, but I knew I was already going to have you regardless last week, but I just kept forgetting to ask you. Until like yesterday, I was like, oh God. I told Marlene, please text Crystal and ask her if she wants to co-host with me tomorrow. And it worked out pretty well, even though it was last minute. But yeah, definitely need to have you back on. You and Mark.
Anytime. Yeah, we should do me and Mark and you and Belen.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to watch the kiss for that one. Because let's be honest. But yeah, thank you so much. And I hope to wait. I think we have one last comment on here. Madison said Tommy's on here too.
Her husband.
Her husband, I'm guessing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Shout out to Tommy.
See, he got 2 new listeners.
2 new listeners.
2 new viewers.
Yeah. 2 new viewers, listeners, whatever you decide to do. Herman Bird? You don't know? Hey, whatever. Hey, what's going on? New listener right there. A new major listener. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the people with a few more words of wisdom before I head out.
All right.
It was nice having you. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go and hope you join me on the next one.
All right, thanks.
Bye, Crystal.
Bye.
Oh, that was Tommy. Crystal's in the background still laughing. Okay, you're laughing. Let me bring her back.
I was like, who's Herman Bird?
I thought it said hummingbird at first. I'm just like, okay.
Maybe it's hummingbird.
I was like, it's a new listener. Screw it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. So yeah, guys. That was the 3rd episode, man. Kicked it off with another one. Did pretty good today. Did good time, great conversation. We did not pause for anything. It was a good topic. I want to have another one next week, even though heck yeah, never mind. I'll be good next Tuesday. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah, next Tuesday. We count me in for another episode, right? Yeah, guys, if I should have, you know what I should have done? I probably should have listed a whole bunch of like helpline crisis phone numbers that you could reach out in case you ever are in need of, help. Or just keep listening to the podcast, man. We just let you know that everything's okay. You're not alone. We all deal with certain demons in our life, and it's all just, it's all part of life. We could either deal with it or keep pushing. Or keep pushing or let us, knock us down. But for me, I continue to fight. It's been a great 7 years that I've been dealing with anxiety, and depression, and a whole lot of other stuff that came with it as well. But I'm still here kicking it, enjoying life for the most part, for sure. Life is a very interesting place, man. I'm dealing with so much allergies right now. I'm not going through some things, but I'm gonna let you guys go because I have to help put the kids to sleep. I know wifey's probably waiting for that. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much for joining me. Go ahead and share this video with your loved ones, or share it on your social media, wherever you see it. Hey man, join us next week. I'm gonna try to find some co-hosts to be with me next week, whether it be Crystal or Mark. Sorry. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Join me next week, and we'll see you on the next one. Pulling the trigger.